What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Calais. If you're new, hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any more awesome videos I've come in the future. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back guys. So today I am going to be doing my everyday makeup routine, and yeah, it's pretty easy, it's quick, simple. Takes about 10 minutes to do regularly, so if you are interested in this video, definitely continue to watch. All right guys, so I'm going to start off with the fresh clean face. I'm going to start off with the fresh clean face, and I'm going to add my primer. Now I just got into using primer, so I don't know which I like for sure yet, so I've been doing like little testers of everything. This one that I've been using lately is the Ulta poreless face primer. This just makes your face look even and smooth all around. You don't have a lot of pores throughout your face, which I actually really like about this primer. And I kind of use quite a bit because I want to make sure that it stretches all over my face, so I like to use a bit of it and then rub it in. Next thing we're gonna do is I jump right into my brows. I know a lot of people do that last. I like to do it first because it takes me a while to get my brows perfect, and if I do them last and they're not right and I have to take them off and redo them, I run the risk of taking off my makeup, which is just more annoying because then I have to redo my whole face. So I like to do my brows first, so then that way when they're perfect I can jump right into doing everything else, because everything else is a lot easier than your lashes. And for my for my brows, I use the NYX Tame and Frame eyebrow. This is a eyebrow pomade, and then I forgot where I got these brushes from. I want to say I got it from Ulta as a gift, but I can't remember exactly. This is called the Danielle Brow Definer, and it's a really thick angled brush pretty much. And I like to start up under first because that's really where your shape comes in, or that's where you like build your shape. And then I'll do the top, and with the top it's pretty much just filling in my natural brow that I have there, just to make it a little bit darker. And then we're gonna go ahead and brush it out. Next we're gonna go ahead and highlight these eyebrows. I like to use and this is something that I use literally all the time, the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I have it in the color Creamy Beige, and this is a little bit lighter than my complexion, but with doing this first, it can always be corrected once I go through and put my foundation and stuff on, which usually is what happens. So I have no problem with using a lighter tone. A lot of people like to use the ones that color of their skin because they don't like the halo look, but when you do it right, you won't get the halo look. So after I get the shape that I want, I will go through with a damp beauty blender and blend it out. Now this is not the blender that I usually use. I actually usually use this blender here, but it's kind of dirty, and I actually just got these blenders and I kind of want to try it out. So this is a new blender. If it doesn't come out the greatest, you know why, but yeah, I like these ones the most because I can use this straight tip and kind of just go down up under the brow instead of running a risk of blending it, you know, into my eyebrow and having to start over. But we're gonna try it out with this one today. So after the eyebrows are done, I'm going to next do my foundation. Now I use two colors. I use first the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the color Nutmeg, and then I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is in the color Spicy Brown. I usually use, I forgot the color of it, but I've been using Spicy Brown because the Nutmeg is more so my tone, like my skin tone, but, and I don't know if it's the lighting in here. Let me see if I can turn this lighting down. But the Nutmeg doesn't have enough orange, I feel like, in this color to actually blend with my skin very well. So then I like to mix some of the Spicy Brown just a little in with the Nutmeg to give me some of the orange color from the Nutmeg. As you can see, the Spicy Brown is a lot warmer. It has a more orange tone compared to the Nutmeg, which has like a yellow, and sometimes it makes me look pale and washed out. So these are the colors side by side. This is the Spicy Brown, this is the Nutmeg. As you can tell, it's a lot more yellow and it's looking more like my skin tone on here, but when I put it on my face, it completely washes out my face and gives me like an overall yellow, pale, grayish look, which I don't like. I like to add this orange into it and mix it together. And we're gonna put this all over my face. Now this blender actually blends very smoothly as I'm looking on it. It blends very well, and of course the primer is helping out too with making my skin look poreless pretty much, and it's giving my face an all over airbrush kind of look. So next I'm going to just go ahead and highlight. I like to use Fenty Beauty highlight. This is in the color 370. I don't really have their foundation only because I haven't heard the best reviews for someone with dry skin, which I do have. Maybe I'll try it sometime in the future, but I just know I want to use up the makeup that I do have and that works for me right now. So I'm going to use their concealer. This is in the color 370. And like I said, I'm going to place this just up under my eye, down my nose and on my forehead. Now and I heard this from so many people, I love this concealer. Like, it's amazing. First of all, it's full coverage. It is supposed to be mattifying too, but it just does not dry me out, which is crazy but good. This applicator gives off so much product, where I have the NYX concealer, this one, the HD, sorry my top is missing, but I have the HD photogenic concealer. This, oh, I have to dip it so many times to get product off of that brush, compared to this one gives me so much literally from one dip. I am in love with this concealer. It's amazing. I definitely would recommend 1 out of 10 to recommend. I don't know, but this is one of the best concealers that I have literally ever tried. And if you can see my little makeup stand thing over here, I buy so much makeup because I don't know what works for me as of yet. This is something that I just started to do, but it's amazing. And let it sit for just a second before I blend it in, because I want this to be highlighted. I want this to be highlighted pretty much. So I'm so sad, and this always happens to me. My camera just died, or not died, my camera stopped recording, and I don't know where I left off. So I'm gonna just pick up from highlight. I highlighted my face with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, and this is in the color 370. I don't recall if I don't know where I left off in the video. So after I have highlighted my face, which is pretty much done, I'm going to go ahead and contour. I use the LA, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer Contour in Espresso. This is kind of dark for me, but this is something that I tried out because I haven't contoured before, but it blends out really well. So with it being a little darker, you actually cannot even tell that it's not my shade by the end of the makeup look. So don't clock me right away. Wait till you get to the end and you see everything all together, and then let me know if it just don't work for me. If it's too dark, let me know. But right now, don't start cooking me right away, please. And I don't do my forehead only because this is it. Like, what you see is what you get. I don't have much of a forehead, so I don't usually contour my forehead because I don't want to make it look smaller than what it is. I would like to have a bigger forehead, but I don't. So we just work with what we got, and all I really contour is under my cheeks and then down my nose, but I'm going to use a smaller brush to go down my nose. And with blending my contour, I'm going to blend upwards, which is why I took my highlight so far down, because I want that happy medium in between with blending both. So I blend upwards to blend in my contour. And with doing that, I just mean I press it into my skin and I push it up compared to anything else. And that's pretty much it. Do the other side. Next, we're gonna go ahead and set my face. Now I got a bunch of different setting powders, just so you know. First one I'm gonna use is this Makeup Revolution banana powder. This doesn't last a long time because I don't use too much of it. I only use this under my eyes because it's too bright for a all over face powder. And I use it very sparingly because I don't want it to over highlight my eyes, where my under eye is way too light for me. I like for it to just brighten under the eyes pretty much, and that's it. I don't use too much, and I don't let it bake, because if it bakes, it's going to once again make it too light. So I dab it into my product and I dab it on the back of my wrist, and then I put it under my eye. Now to set my contour, I like to use this Morphe. This is called a bronze tour palette, or a bronze tour pretty much, and it's a bronzer and a contour in one. I use this to set my contour. This is powder. Now I would show you guys what it looks like on the inside, but I dropped it and it's like a complete mess, so I can't hold it up or else it's going to spill pretty much everywhere. But I take the powder, dip my brush in it, dust it off, usually on the back of the mirror, and just go ahead and use that on my cheeks. Lastly, the last setting that I'm going to do with powder wise, I use my Fenty Beauty powder. I love this. I'm sorry for that weird like shriek but I love this powder. I have it in the color Honey. This is an overall face setting powder. I use this brush, or usually like a bigger fluffy brush, which I think I'm gonna use this one today, and I take it, just go over everything to set everything, melt everything together before I use my my setting spray. I just dip it in the powder and then tap off the excess and just go ahead and just blend it with everything. And yes, I go over my eyebrows too. Ain't nothing like a good set eyebrows, I know. But it doesn't change the color of my eyebrows, so I don't mind going over my eyebrows too. Alright, so now that I've set my face with the powder, set my face, you know, with everything else, the last thing to do of course, is set your face with your spray. I like to use the NYX. This is a matte finishing spray. And I'm going to just spray it all over. This just melts all my powders together, melts my foundation, concealer, everything together to give it one complete look. And I don't use it sparingly. I like to use a lot, just so you know, so don't talk about me when you see my finished product. All right, so we're going to let this dry just a little because I'm missing one final thing, and that is going to be my highlight. For highlight, I like to use the Ulta brand. This is pretty dirty, I don't really want to show it. Ulta brand highlight. This is in the color Pink Diamond, and I like to do it while my face is still a little wet from the finishing spray, so it sticks better and it just looks a lot better and cleaner. So I don't really do lashes every day, first of all, because I don't know how to put them on. Second of all, my part is completely crooked. First of all, because I don't know how to put them on. Second of all, because I'm very basic, but not basic, as you can tell. Like, I do a really natural look. So for eyes, I usually just comb out my eyelashes, get out that excess gunk in foundation. Then I use the Monsieur Big or Lancome Monsieur Big Lashes mascara, and just put a small amount on my lashes just to give them their color back, because all the other stuff that I added to my face usually takes the color away from my lashes. Or I'm going to be using the Kiss New York, this is from the Beauty Supply, brown lip liner. This is just to add a little color to my lips. I like to use a lot because I like that ombre look. So I usually go through these in seconds. Not seconds, but like a week. And after doing that, we're gonna throw on a good old Carmex because this is every day. This is what I do every day. Sometimes I put on lip gloss, but I don't really care for that sticky mouth feel. And the Carmex gives me just enough shine that I need. And that's pretty much it. And that is it, y'all. That's it. That's my everyday face routine. My hair is like big, I know. Sorry, and my part is not straight. I'm like suffering through it, but that's pretty much what I do every day. I know this video is kind of long, but the process is definitely not that long. It's easier to do it without talking through it, because when you explain it, you just do a lot. It takes a lot longer compared to when you're doing it. Like, this takes me maybe 10 minutes to do all together, because I literally just go through, do it and be done. But because I had to explain it, of course this video is going to be like 40 minutes long. But if you guys did enjoy the video, definitely give it a huge thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.